What's going on, guys? It's Fight Season MMA here, and today I want to make a video talking about why Alex Pereira's left hook is the most deadly move in all of combat sports history. Alex Pereira has the nastiest left hook the UFC and any combat sports organization has ever seen. He touches you and you go night-night. That is what happens with Alex Pereira. He possesses so much power and so much technique that left hook is like a sonic boom from heaven. And truly, Alex Pereira carries some unworldly power in that hook to where he can sit down the opponents with even the best chin in the UFC. If you guys enjoyed the content, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. That is the best way to support the channel. Also, please go down there and hit that post notifications just so you guys can always be in tune with the latest UFC content and updates that I post daily. Now let's jump into the video on why Alex Pereira's left hook is the most deadly move in combat sports history. So Alex Pereira has knocked out so many opponents with his lethal left hook in UFC history, but why genuinely is this move the most deadly move in combat sports history? You look at Jamal Hill and Yuri Prochazka, two fighters with some of the greatest chins inside the UFC, and Jamal Hill got knocked out by that lethal left hook, and it didn't even land fully, and Jamal Hill's eyes rolled back in his head. Also, Yuri Prochazka at the end of the first round within their second fight got hit with that nasty left hook and got absolutely sent to the moon by Alex Pereira to then be later finished in the first 5 seconds of the second round. But let's jump into why I believe that this move by Alex Pereira is the most deadly move in combat sports history. And I want to talk about the Sean Strickland fight that he had at UFC 276 because I think that this is a great representation of why Alex Pereira's left hook is so dangerous. So if you kind of see first off with the image on the screen, Alex Pereira is kind of in a squared up stance versus Sean Strickland, who has his hands up, ready to defend anything that comes after him. Now, very soon after, Alex Pereira is loading up that left hook, where he's actually dropping his level a tiny bit to be able to gather a little bit more momentum. He's throwing his legs into the strike, which is only going to gather Alex Pereira more power going into a shot with Sean Strickland. Now, as Alex Pereira is winding up for the hook, that body drop made Sean Strickland believe that it was going to be a body shot. And that is the key figure here, is Sean Strickland believed that the shot coming at Alex Pereira, that left hook, was going to be sent to the body on Sean Strickland's right side of the body compared to the right side of Sean Strickland's head. Now, an opponent who doesn't believe that something's coming their direction is going to take a lot more impact than someone who is braced and ready for impact to come in their direction. This is the same thing with Jamal Hill and Yuri Prochazka. Alex Pereira throw this strike so fast that no one sees it coming, and genuinely no one has time to prepare for it coming in that specific direction. Now, Alex Pereira has perfect form and perfect follow-through, and Sean Strickland was going and having an opportunity to block the shot when in reality he thought it was the body shot, and Alex Pereira put it right on the tip of the chin, and that is the best way to put a shot like that. Alex Pereira putting it right on the tip of Sean Strickland's chin is going to really test his ability to take a punch. And against someone who hits as absolutely hard as Alex Pereira, there is genuinely no point in being able to sit there and think that you can take that shot. Now, immediately right after, you could obviously tell that shot from Alex Pereira wobbled Sean Strickland tremendously. Now, the absolute reason why this shot by Alex Pereira is so deadly is because of that perfect form he possesses. There is no other shot in the UFC that has as perfect form as this left hook by Alex Pereira. Every single left hook Alex throws, it doesn't even come with full power from Alex Pereira, but he possesses so much power that every single left hook that is thrown has the ability to knock you out. The prime example is that Jamal Hill fight. When Alex Pereira knocked out Jamal Hill with the left hook and sent his eyes rolling back to the back of his head, genuinely, he did not hit him with the cleanest shot ever or the most accurate shot ever. He grazed it right off of Jamal Hill's cheekbone, but it only used one knuckle right there, and that was something that really should have decreased the amount of pressure or pain to go into one place, where in reality, Alex Pereira was carrying so much momentum and so much weight behind that one punch that Jamal Hill, who has a great chin or is known for a great chin, was sent to the canvas dead. Now, honestly, the biggest thing that Alex Pereira showed in that fight against Sean Strickland while knocking him out was the ability to change levels prior to going and throwing that left hook. Alex Pereira was smart enough to drop his entire body level to then go and fake fake the shot to the body, which, yes, was a great thing, but that's not why he did it originally. Alex Pereira dropped his body level to be able to gather more power in that punch. Using your hips, using anything, using your knees to get more power was something that is a super effective strategy to go absolutely nuclear on any opponent. Now, this is a little bit different than some of the other shots he's thrown. That shot against Jamal Hill, he really didn't drop his hips, but he does have hip torque in there to really crack his hips over to fully use his arm to get that shot off. But in that fight against Sean Strickland, since he was moving a little bit backwards, Alex Pereira was smart enough to load the hips up and squat down a tiny, tiny bit, which made Sean Strickland think it was going to be a body shot, to then come up right to the head and knock Sean Strickland out. Alex Pereira's left hook is something that comes out of absolutely nowhere, and that's another reason that I think that this is such an effective move. Alex Pereira uses the left hook kind of as sometimes it's just something to throw within the wind. That fight against Yuri Prochazka, Alex Pereira was moving backwards in that fight, and he just threw it out there and knocked Yuri Prochazka down. When Yuri Prochazka fought Alexander Rakic, Yuri was taking shots and absorbing them like someone was throwing balls at him, throwing rocks at him, and he was just a gladiator going through them. Versus Alex Pereira, one shot knocked him down immediately, and that is something that might change Yuri Prochazka's chin forever. Someone who is known for having one of the best chins in UFC history, and Yuri, to now getting knocked out by Alex Pereira and possibly changing his chin forever. Now, even that fight with Israel Adesanya at UFC 281, he hit Adesanya with a left hook, which truly changed the fight. It threw off Adesanya's equilibrium. It changed everything in that finishing sequence for Alex Pereira. But everyone has to watch out for that left hook from Alex Pereira, but that is a lot easier said than done. The thing with the left hook from Pereira is you can know that he's going to throw it, and you can do a bunch of different things, but he throws it so sneakily that you don't understand when it's coming in your direction, and that is the most dangerous thing about the left hook coming from Alex Pereira, because he disguises it so well with other different techniques by loading up different strikes and truly hiding it underneath other activities like that faint squat that he had against Sean Strickland, moving backwards where no one else would throw the left hook, but Alex Pereira possesses so much power in it that he truly believed that he could knock Yuri Prochazka out with it, or even not even knock him out, was just throwing it out there to just deflect Yuri from coming forward at him. And like Jamal Hill, a lot more conventional left hook that was kind of a hybrid shovel hook, because he came from probably 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock with that hook, which really flustered Jamal Hill in that standpoint. The way he uses the left hooks and throws it in different directions, from 9 to 3, from 8 to 2, from 7 to 1. Alex Pereira kind of almost uses that uppercut within his left hook on that left side, which makes it why it's the most deadly point in all of combat sports history. Ultimately, the reason that I believe that Alex Pereira's left hook is the deadliest is due to a couple factors. First off, Alex Pereira's technique is absolutely perfect. Everything that he does with it in the left hook makes it one of the most deadly shots the UFC has ever seen, and a shot that not a lot of people can take to the chin. And genuinely, there's not a lot of UFC fighters who could stand in front of Alex Pereira and take that shot. You would probably have to go up to heavyweight for even a fighter to have a chance of taking that shot from Alex Pereira. Secondly, Alex Pereira is very deceptive of how he throws the left hook. As for that Sean Strickland fight, he squatted down a little bit to then throw the left hook, which made Sean Strickland think that was going to the body. And third off, Alex Pereira has ungodly power in the UFC, and that mixed with everything else only amplifies the damage coming in your direction. And that is why someone like Yuri Prochazka would not be able to take a shot from Alex Pereira, because Alex Pereira has perfect technique and already have a lot of power. It's like if you're doing something that's really effective, if you have perfect technique, it's going to be okay. If you have power, it's going to be okay. But when you combine the two, it makes it a very effective thing to have perfect technique and the power to go with it. They're just absolutely perfect complements to one another, and that is what Alex Pereira carries inside the octagon. Alex Pereira has perfect technique from his glory kickboxing days, as well as some of the greatest power the UFC has ever seen. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Fight Season MMA, and why I believe Alex Pereira's left hook is the most dangerous move in combat sports history for opponents to face. Alex Pereira is so good from his glory kickboxing days and has made his money in the bank with his left hook. Genuinely, I believe that Alex Pereira could still beat some fighters if he only had that left hook in his arsenal and he did not use his right hand at all. But genuinely, Alex Pereira carries so much power, he carries so much technique, and he does everything perfectly inside the UFC octagon while hitting like an absolute tank. It's so hard to be able to take a shot from that man. If you guys enjoy the UFC content, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. That is the best way to support the channel. Also, please go out there and turn on the post notifications button just so you guys are always notified when I drop and release UFC content. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Fight Sleeves MMA, and I will catch you guys very soon with more UFC content and news.